Hello and welcome on Sport Updates. I'm Adeniyi Jishafe. Time to give you update in the world of sport. A lot of activities slated for this evening in Europa League and also Europa Conference League there. But before we get there, let's quickly look at our own lady there over there where she did well for Nigeria in competition called wrestling. Well, she's really doing so well right now. Odunayo Adekuoroye, that's the first story we are looking at. Adekuoroye defeats Elvira Kamaloglu to win bronze, qualify for Paris Olympics. Well, she did well in Serbia where the competition is taking place. Wrestling pre-Olympic qualifiers. Odunayo Adekuoroye was able to defeat our opponent Elvira Kamaloglu there from Turkey, and that's a good one for our own Nigerian star. Adekuoroye right now, she has actually got the ticket to participate over there at the Olympics come next year. She's the first wrestler to qualify for the Olympics from Nigeria, and hopefully she will do well at the competition. Right now, Nigerians are so happy for the fact that she was able to do well winning that encounter, because a win for her there got her this particular opportunity to qualify for the Olympics. Congrats to Odunayo Adekuoroye for winning third place and also getting to play, to fight at the Olympics in wrestling. Congrats to her once again. And right now, while we talk about wrestling, we talk about hockey too, where the qualifiers for 2024 Olympics also will be on in South Africa, precisely at the University of Pretoria. Some Nigerians have been at least picked to be umpire by the time the hockey competition will be taking place in South Africa. Well, right now we have 3 Nigerians who will actually be among the technical umpires that have been set aside for the hockey competition taking place there. Hopefully Nigeria will be able to make it at least sail through in that competition. Let's look at the name of those Nigerians that have been appointed. Fadele Samuel, Awade Simon, and Sampolo Ebitimi. The 3 of them, they are among the technical panel set up to see into the Paris 2024 African Hockey Federation, where they have been listed among the umpires that are participating in that competition. The event will take place in the University of Pretoria in South Africa. The likes of Uganda, Kenya, Nigeria, South Africa, Ghana will be there to fight for competition right now. Well, while we talk about that now, we quickly move away to talk about football. This time around, we look at Europa League. Europa League matches are coming up tonight. Different games, different centers in Europe, and we have a lot of matches coming up in Europe there. Well, let's look at those fixtures. Big matches coming up tonight in Europa League. A lot of games there. LSK versus Liverpool, a big one. Defending champion will also be playing. West Ham will be there against Baka Topola. Baka Topola is a Serbian team. They will play against defending champion West Ham United. Sparta Prague against Aris Limassol. Brighton, tough Brighton against AEK Athens of Greece. Olympiacos of Greece also be hosting Freiburg of Germany. Rangers will be at home against Real Betis. Rangers play in Scotland. Ajax Amsterdam, they play in the Netherlands. They'll be hosting Olympique Marseille. What a tough match that will be. Some Grass of Austria against Sporting of Lille, that's from Portugal. You have Atalanta, where our own Ademola Lookman plays straight. They'll be hosting Rako Sektochoa there, while Panathinaikos of Greece will be at home against Villarreal. AS Roma, Mourinho away to Sheriff in that game, while Servette against Slavia Praha. Union St. Louis against Toulouse of France, while Molde of Norway will be away to Karabakh FK of Azerbaijan, who will be at home. Bayer Leverkusen will be playing at home against BK Häcken of Sweden. Those are the matches slated for tonight in the Europa League. And right now, joining us from Kaduna is Nazir Jarmajo. Let's look at those games together. We'll pick about 4 of them. Let's start with West Ham. West Ham, they are the defending champion of Europa League, and now they want to start where they dropped it last season. Well, West Ham tonight against that's a team from Serbia. I'm sure it should be a match that they should be able to win. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, the defending champions going into the tournament, going back there, they would have every confidence that it's expected from them to go ahead and win this one. West Ham United have also had a shaky start to the season, although they only got beaten last weekend against Manchester City, where they played against champions of the Premier League. Although this is not the Premier League, this is the Europa League, where they won the competition last season and they secured an automatic ticket of still playing in the tournament. So I still see West Ham United coming out on top on this one. This is a team that has started the season quite well, and their new signings in James Ward-Prowse He signed from Southampton. He's scoring the goals. You look at Antonio, who is also doing fantastically well, and Lucas Paqueta. He has also picked up from where he left last season. And so many of them, Gerard Bowen, all of them, they are doing fantastically well. And playing against a side like, Topola, you expect them to come out with the win. But we'll wait to see what happens in this one.
Well, good one for West Ham, at least defending champion. Let's see what they do against the Black Topola of Serbia there. Big match coming in tonight. And then you look at another one that has to do with the likes of Ajax. Ajax playing against Olympic Marseille. That's a very big match because the two teams seems to be the team you can rate to be at the Champions League. But right now they are playing Europa League. That's a big one tonight. Ajax, Marseille, Jarmajo.
Yeah, I think since the departure of Erik ten Hag, the Manchester United manager right now, Ajax have struggled. They have neither been here nor there. Even in the league, they have not been doing well. And when you look at Marseille also, these two teams, we expect this to be a Champions League tie. But unfortunately, just like you said, they are playing in the Europa League. But we wait to see what happens in this one. Neither Ajax nor Marseille, you can put your money confidently on them and say yes, they can go out and win this one. But I hope it turns out to be one of the games that we will love to watch, because these big teams are teams that have got history in the European football. We hope to see those teams popping up, scoring goals, and let's see who is going out to come out on top in this one.
Well, from the way it is, Ajax, Marseille, according to Jarmajo, is not putting money on any one of them. It's an equal game there. But let's talk about Liverpool. Liverpool play away to LASK. And you look at Liverpool right now, despite the fact that their main players, some of them actually left, Mane, Firmino, Henderson, Fabinho, all of them. But right now, do you see Liverpool being able to still show that team that at least dominated Europe for some times back tonight?
Yes, I actually expect them to do that. I actually expect them to do that because it is Liverpool. And what Jurgen Klopp said immediately after it has been confirmed that you will play in the Europa League, makes me put my eye on this Liverpool team in this competition, because immediately after it was confirmed that Liverpool will play in the Europa League, he said they are going to own the tournament. They are going to make the tournament theirs. To show that you are above a tournament, you just have to own it. And to win the competition is the only way out for you. So that is what Jurgen Klopp is thinking. And that is why I'm going to put my eyes on this Liverpool team. Although they have invested quite well in the summer after the departure of the players you listed, they have invested in signing Alexis McAllister, Dominic Szoboszlai, which have proven to be a breath of fresh air at the center of the park. For Liverpool, there is Luis Diaz, who has actually recovered from his injury and is doing exceptionally well for them from the start of the season to today. And there is Cody Gakpo, who has also helped Liverpool when it comes to scoring the goals. And Mohamed Salah, who it seems like is having a shaky start of the season. He has not been that consistent like we usually know from Mohamed Salah at the start of the season. But let's see what happens. This kind of ties, present a chance for stars to just pop up and score goals and start pass. I hope Mohamed Salah gets his season going from this game that they are going to play against last week. And then there is Darwin Núñez, who almost all the time he plays, he makes sure that he scores at least a goal to help Liverpool. So we wait to see what happens in this one. But I have my eyes on this Liverpool team when it comes to winning the tournament, when it comes to owning the tournament, when it comes to making the tournament theirs, just like the club said.
Okay, we hope that Liverpool, LASK, both of them are actually LL team. Let's see who wins that game, despite the fact that Liverpool missing some players that played last season. But right now, they are still equal with that. The Gakpo is there, according to Jarmajo, and the entire squad are battle ready to play well tonight. A big one there. Well, we look at another one. Still talking about the Europa League fixtures for tonight. A lot of matches coming up there. But right now, we've been looking at some. We look at Ajax, Marseille earlier. We also look at West Ham against another Serbian team while we talk about Liverpool match. But now let's look at Bayern Leverkusen. Bayern Leverkusen have a Nigerian called Victor Boniface, and they'll be playing also tonight. Well, that game, a lot of Nigerians are waiting to see what will Victor Boniface offer tonight in that game that has to do with his team, BK Aachen, Bayern Leverkusen. Aachen from Sweden against Bayern Leverkusen of Germany.
Yeah, it is going to be entertaining. Possibly I just have to hope that one of our Nigerian strikers, when it comes to Victor Boniface, popped up and scored the goals for his team, because that is his department, and that is what we want our players from Nigeria to do. just like what we saw, Victor Osimhen did to Napoli, although he wasn't on the score sheet yesterday. But I hope Victor Boniface scores a goal today at least to make sure that he registers in the Europa League. And the goals in this kind of tournament gives your strikers confidence, gives your strikers hope when it comes to going forward in the matches that are going to come there, the weight of the team. And also right now that it is a crucial time when it comes to the, Super Eagles selection of the players. We are on the verge of going into the Africa Cup of Nations. It's almost time because it is at the start of next year. So players will have to start proving that, yes, we deserve a chance to play in the Africa Cup of Nations for Nigeria. And scoring goals in this kind of tournaments, even if the coach is not willing to select you, gives him some kind of headache for him to sit down and think of, this guy, maybe he deserves a chance to come in and play. So I just hope that Victor Boniface scores a goal at least today for Bayer Leverkusen. And I'm siding with Bayer Leverkusen, to be honest with you, because of him.
A big one there in the Europa League. They are looking at those fixtures there. Well, for West Ham, can they defend it? Luckily, they are the defending champion of that particular competition. Last season, they really went far by shocking everyone in the world, getting to win that Europa League against all odds. Congrats to them again. And now, hopefully, they'll be able to defend it right now as they start their first match today, or rather tonight. Well, good one. Looking at that, those fixtures there. Let's now look at the third division of UEFA competition that is called Europa Conference League. Europa Conference League is all tier of UEFA competition, and it will also be happening tonight live. Different centers in Europe. Let's look at the fixtures of those games that will be up. So many matches slated for tonight. Big one, Slovan Bratislava against Klaksvik. You have Maccabi Tel Aviv against Bredblich. You have Dinamo Zagreb against FC Astana. Club Brugge against Besiktas. Seems to be the biggest match here. Legia Warsaw, Aston Villa. Aston Villa from England go away to Poland to play against Legia Warsaw there. Ferencváros of Hungary against Kukaricki there. A lot of matches slated, but we also look at the remaining part of the fixtures. Let's look at the remaining part of the fixtures now after we talked about the Europa Conference League. Genk will be playing against Fiorentina. In this Genk team, we have two Nigeria, although one of them is already been given the call-up, that is Oban, but another one, Igbokwe by name. Igbokwe will be featured tonight. Let's see what he'll be doing. It's another star that could be coming up. Let's see how he will be able to perform against Fiorentina tonight. Eintracht Frankfurt will be playing against Aberdeen. Helsinki at home in Finland against PAOK Salonika of Greece. I have Fenerbahce of Turkey playing at home against New Zealand, while Ludogorets Razgrad of Bulgaria, they'll be hosting Spartak Trnava at home in Bulgaria. Those are the matches slated for this evening at the Europa Conference League fixtures I've just updated there. Now, let's look at the big one. Club Brugge, they'll be playing again. It's a big one there, looking at that particular match against Besiktas of Turkey. Well, Jarmajo, two big teams, one from Turkey and from Belgium. Club Brugge, Besiktas, a big match.
Yeah, it is, honestly, because, these two teams also, are teams that usually we used to see them play in the Champions League, but unfortunately, they are not even in the Europa League. They are playing in the Europa Conference League, which is seriously surprising. That has shown you how the mighty has fallen, because although they are not big teams, they are not teams that you count and say, yes, almost every single year they are in the Champions League, but most of the time, you find them there in the Champions League, but right now, they are playing in the Conference League, not even in the Europa League. So we wait to see what happens in this one. But I hope they give us some glimpses of games in the Champions League, because if it is in the Champions League they meet, they always come out and show what they can do, try their best to win, because of the revenue that is going to come into their club if they make it into the next round, because of them showing to the world that we are not yet down but they are not yet out of the league of the big boys. Although they are out of it right now, but they can show a glimpses of that when they play very good later today when it comes to playing in the Conference League. But seriously, to be honest with you, these both teams are struggling because they are not even in the Europa League, talk less of playing the Champions League. They are in the Conference League.
Okay, good one there. But there's a particular club also participating in this competition. We have two teams from Belgium. That is Genk, that is Ghent. And a lot of mix-up there. Earlier on mentioned Genk. Secondly, it's Ghent. We're talking about two Nigerians. Igbokwe, although it is a little known now, but he should be playing tonight because he's registered for this competition. Gift Orban, we know he's a bit injured. We don't know, maybe we'll be playing tonight, but Igbokwe is another star to be discovered. A lot of Nigerians are waiting. What will Igbokwe be playing for Ghent tonight? So it seems Belgium always have a lot of Nigerians in their squad. How's how Gift Orban actually blew out, and now is making a lot of effort to become one of the stars in Nigerian squad. And we look at this particular player called Igbokwe in that squad.
Yeah, having this kind of players, the Nigerian players playing this kind of tournaments actually makes me excited all the time that I see them. Because when you look at it, the Champions League, we talked about Victor Osimhen, and in the Europa League, we talked about Victor Boniface. And right now in the Conference League, we also have this guy, which is actually a very good one, looking at what is happening with the Nigerian team. It shows that our players are going as far as they can in the world of football, gradually. At some point, I think even Victor Osimhen was playing in the Europa League with Wolfsburg, and then after that, he made it with Leeds, and after that, he made it together into the Champions League. And right now, he is the star of this Napoli team going forward in every single competition that they are playing. So it is a good one. I hope also him playing with this team will, they will progress into the Europa League. And at some point, if he gets a better transfer, he can play for a team that plays in the Champions League. Just like I said earlier, we're in a very crucial moment in football right here in this country. We have a very big tournament coming our way when it comes to the Africa Cup Nations. And Jose Peseiro will fight for every single chance that he has got in this tournament because he knows there is pressure and everybody is expecting him to at least make it to the semi-finals. If not, he's not going to get that contract that he wants.
A good one there, talking about Europa Conference, the top 12 UEFA competitions that we've been talking with Nazir Jarmajo joining us from Kaduna. Now, let's come back home, Nazir. Let's talk about Wikki Torres of Bauchi, a team that you love so much. Let's look at Wikki Torres. Give us update. What's happening in Bauchi concerning this team?
Yeah, a lot of things are happening, to be honest with you, concerning Wikki Torres, because just like we talked about, I think a couple of weeks ago, about what is going on in the team after the appointment of the new interim management committee. Just like I talked with one of the members of the team right there in Bauchi State this morning, he gave me an update of what is going on at the moment. They have actually, did the player verification in the team, and they have actually found a lot of holes in the team of so many things that have happened. They actually talked about the salary of the players, how poor the structure has been. Unfortunately, I was even surprised to be told that they actually found out that the highest paid player in the team is a player that plays for the team of Wikki Torres. Like, the guy is earning a lot of money, and there are a lot of regular players that are actually playing for the team. But unfortunately, they are not earning as much as he is earning. And they have actually looked at the contracts of players that, signed for the team since May, because by the month of May, it was when the former chairman was actually expected to leave his office. But unfortunately, he didn't, and he stayed there and he signed a lot of players. So right now, they have actually looked into those contracts, and they have given them original contracts for them to stay in the team. And they don't actually keep players on loan anymore in the team, because they want to gain as much as they can from every player that's going to leave the club if he finds a better club, just like what I was told in the morning. And then they actually, sat down and look at the entire players that they have got, and they are preparing friendly matches for the team. So many friendly matches have been played. They have played against Doma United, they have played against Lobby Stars, they have played against Gawa United, just to assess the players that are in the team, so that the coach can see who are we going to go with. If they find every player worthy of staying in the team, they offer them contracts, they sign those contracts, and they stay in the team, and they continue to play. And then they have actually set up the team to travel to Gombe tomorrow, so that they can play a couple of friendly matches over there, just for the coach to assess the players that he has got in the team, so that they can give the management a reason to give them a new contract and stay in the team. And I was seriously happy to see that, I was told that a lot of fans that have actually stayed long ago out of the stadium watching the stories are back in the stadium watching them. It was a friendly match that they played yesterday, but a lot of fans, almost everybody in the city of Bauchi, when you look at the crowd in the stadium, turned up to watch the team, because there is this feel-good factor that is back in the team right there, between the fans, between the players also, because everybody is willing to show what he can do, and the fans are willing to support the team no matter what, so that the team can get back into Nigeria Professional Football League. And I was happy to hear about the homegrown players also, because they actually made it clear to everyone in Bauchi State that, look, we are willing to work with every single one of individual players that we've got in Bauchi State who are homegrown talents if they are willing to. But you have to show that, yes, you deserve to have a chance to play in the team. And they are ready to offer the chance to all of those players. Right now, I was told that one of the players, Bajo, who has actually struggled to have a chance of playing in Victoria, is back in the team. And there is one boy that was actually brought in from a local government in Bauchi State, talking of Shira, who came in and showed what he can do. And then I was told by one of the members that they are now looking at how to make the Wikki better, how to make the under-15 better, because they want it in the next few years. They don't want to go out and sign a lot of players from the market. They only want to bring in their players from the academy and the under 15 and the Wikki so that they can go into the first team and show what they can do. And they want to start a culture of having at least one homegrown talent who has come out from one of these teams, either the Wikki feeder team or the under 15, to play in every single match day of Wikki when it comes to the NPFL or the NNL or the NNO. That is what they're actually trying to do at the moment. They want to lay a blueprint of, this is what we want to do, and we want our homegrown players to be part of the team. And unfortunately, I was surprised to know that, hear that there are players that are above the age of 30 playing for Wikki feeder teams. And it has been made clear that they are no longer interested in that. They want to push all of these players out so that they can give the youth a chance to come into the team and play and show what they can do. And at the end of the day, hopefully, even if they don't get the chance of playing for Wikki, they can go out and play elsewhere. But at the end of the day, Wikki will have its own share of them, struggles that they are going through with the player by selling him and gain something into their pocket. Because even in Europe, that is what teams used to do. When you look at Manchester City right now, from the last 2 summers, they have actually gained almost 150 million pounds from selling players from the academy. And that is what Wikki wants to do. In the first place, when these people got appointed into this team, this is what I was expecting, and they are doing quite more than what I've even expecting. And they have actually asked for patience from people of Bauchi State. Everybody needs to be patient from them moment that they actually got into this job, because it is a very tricky job. They are going to make decisions that some people will get hot. But at the end of the day, they are doing it for the betterment of the team and for the government to be impressed with what they are doing and to show the government that this is why you actually found us worthy of doing this job, and we are doing it.
Good one there, giving us update concerning Wikki Tourists of Bauchi, who are trying to see how they can work hard to get back to the MPFL after they fall to NNL. But right now, according to Jarmajo, giving us update there, that the team, the management, interim management are working hard to see how they can better the lot of that club by making sure everybody works together. All hands must be on deck for Wikki Tourists of Bauchi, just to look at the development with that particular team from Bauchi State. We always want to make sure we document Nigerian story. Well, right now, I want to appreciate you so much, Jarmajo, on the show. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Good one. Jarmajo joining us from Kaduna there. Well, before we go, let's look at 2 transfer stories. Let's talk about Liverpool. Liverpool are keen on Real Madrid winger Rodrigo if Mo Salah leaves in January. Well, they've been looking at possibly Al Ittihad has been a club behind. They're trying to see Al Hilal, I beg your pardon. They're trying to see how they can sign Mo Salah. But come January, right now, they are also quickly considering if they can go for Rodrigo. Rodrigo, young man, 22 years old. For Salah, well, Salah is already 31. What will happen there? Let's see how it goes. For Salah, if he leaves in January, Liverpool will quickly move for Rodrigo, who will be a very good fit to actually represent Mo Salah there quickly. Let's look at another one that I say Manchester City to move for Boca Juniors left back Valentin Barco for £15 million in January. They've been after this younger player, left back, a defender there, who right now has been a player they want to offer about £15 million to in January. Manchester City, at least the winner of UEFA Champions League or defending champion, want to call it either way. They are trying to see how they can do it back to back. They've done it right now. Talking about a lot of competition they won in England, not UEFA Champions League anyway. Now the first time they will win it. But for Man City, who are defending champion of champions, and also for the Premier League, they want to make sure they get to build up their team by going for the particular player called Valentin Barco, £15 million from Argentina. Boca Juniors, well, let's see if that will be happening in January. That'll be it on the show, where we are giving you updates in different categories of sport, from wrestling to hockey to football, Europa League, Europa Conference League, and also ending it with transfer stories. Well, thanks so much, Justin Azir Jarmajo, once again for joining us. I'm Adeniyi at Gishafe Sport. It's always business and fitness. Thanks for watching.